Since 8 a.m. this morning, the Australian flag on Parliament House has flown at half-mast as a mark of respect to the late Nelson Mandela AC, and on this special day of Nelson Mandela's memorial service. At that moment of his passing, I felt the world stopped, as it recognised it had lost one of its greatest peacemakers who, through all his own adversity, united so many. Yet for the people of South Africa, it was the first time in 95 years they had awoken in their land without Mandela. And so I give my deepest condolences to his family and to the people of South Africa who, like so many around the world, are in mourning. Despite spending a quarter of his life imprisoned and the harsh treatment he there endured, he remained unwavering in his commitment to bring reconciliation for the people of South Africa and achieve racial unity through the end of black and white segregation, the policy known as apartheid. And despite being imprisoned, he continued to influence so many in his efforts for racial unity. He was a true legend on showing the way on the power of forgiveness, on what it can bring to so many, of how forgiveness can triumph over hate. When freed after 27 years, he focused not on anger towards the white people of South Africa, but on unity, freedom, and injustice. He said, "As long as there is poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persisting in our world, none of us can truly rest." It is that inspiration that has given so many people the energy and belief that they too can play their part in helping change the world. And for that, his courage, his fearless pursuit of freedom, his decency and humanity, he belongs in the company of other great fighters for justice, for people, for equality and human dignity, and the end of racial prejudice: Steve Biko, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King. His profound words that united so many and what will always remain with us, they have made an indelible footprint on our hearts and minds. Like when he said, "No one is born hating another person because of the colour of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite." I am proud of the role Australia played in support of Mandela and his struggle, from the leadership of Prime Ministers Whitlam, Hawke and Fraser and Hawke. I'm particularly proud to be part of a party which stood by him through his struggle, through Prime Minister Bob Hawke playing an important role in supporting sanctions to help bring down apartheid and standing by him through the years of his imprisonment. I also praise the trade union movement in Australia, who were among the first to call him a freedom fighter and recognise his struggle. When Nelson Mandela came to Australia in the 1990s, he thanked Australia for its support for economic and sporting sanctions against South Africa. He particularly thanked the union movement, though, for political pressure that they put on the South African regime to have him released. I pay tribute to Tata Madiba, to his incredible service to humanity, to peace, to justice and to freedom. And I give thanks to his contribution in life and for his inspiration to so many that continues to live on in us today.